Howdy! Welcome to my channel. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're all having a great 2023 so far. We're probably a little bit into January by the time I'm posting this, but it's been quite a year so far. Started out with a bang, some good, some bad, but anyways, hope you're all doing well. And thank you for joining me today. I thought I would just sort of put my makeup on and show you what I've been using and just some of my favorite products. Some of these have been my favorites for over a year, a couple years even. Yeah, so let's get started. First off, I always start out with this Too Faced lip injection. There's a bunch of them. There's Xtreme and I don't know, some other words, descriptive words, and I've gotten a lot of these as samples. I've even bought full sizes when they were on sale, or maybe just because I wanted to try a color. I don't think the colors matter. I have not noticed that those make a bit of difference, but I always start off with this. I've already put it on because I find that it really moisturizes my lips and gets them ready for my lip products. It just works for me. Smells kind of strong, but it does go away. It's not the best smell. It's sort of a toxic, like children's toy smell, if that makes sense. Where are my 80s kids at? Anyways, so that is the first thing. The second thing is, and this has changed in my routine so much, is I've been doing my eyes first and then the rest of my makeup after. I always did my makeup first and then my eyes, but lately I've just been doing my eyes first, and I think part of it has to do with filming. I'll want to film an eye look and then sort of put my makeup on based on, you know, what the eye look, how the eye look turned out. I also have not really been wearing a lot of foundation. I've just been sort of using it as like a contouring and highlighting situation. So we're gonna start with the eyes today. One thing that has been incredibly consistent lately is I've been using this Anastasia Beverly Hills mini eye primer. First off, comes in a mini size. Secondly, you only need like that much. That's it. At least for me. And I saw, what's her name? Alexandria or Alex Annell do this, and I was like, oh, that's such a good idea because it warms it up, and I just find that it's easiest to just apply with my finger, and that's that. I don't know, this one just works for me. I like that it's a little bit lighter base. I like the consistency. It spreads well. It dries down pretty fast. Yeah, so that's what I've been using. I do also like to pretty quickly, because I have hooded eyes and you can even see like that crease there happening. So I do like to powder that. And what I have been using for probably a year now is the Pat McGrath Labs under eye brightening powder. And I use the lightest shade, just a little powder brush, and I just set that so that it doesn't crease. All right, and then the next thing that I've been doing is my brows, and I find I use a lot of different brow products. And I'll unless I know I'm doing a super dramatic eye look, because sometimes I won't mean to do a dramatic eye look and it turns dramatic, and so I have to darken my eyebrows because I feel like it just balances things better. But I usually start out with a pretty light brow, and I switch back and forth between these like pomade. I'm not sure. I think people pronounce them differently, but like the kind that comes in a pot that you use a brush for, and pencils. I find I tend to get a better shape with these with the pots. And I have this brush from Zoeva that I got a couple years ago, and I find that it just is the best brush for eyebrows. It's got a really pointy tip. I don't know if that matters, but it's also very thin. I hope you can see that. It's a little blurry, but that's, yeah, it's hard to, there you go. It's pretty thin. So, yeah, I find that the colors on the pots tend to be darker than the corresponding colors of the pencils. So like this is a Benefit product, and it's shade 2.5, and shade 2.5 in the pencil is a lot lighter on me than this. So that's just something to keep in mind. Where's my spoolie? I always use a spoolie, and I brush down. And then I go into the product with the brush and I wipe a lot of it off. Let's see if I can do this on camera. I never do my brows on camera because it's a little difficult, but we'll see what we can do. And I start at the top. And then I brush them up. And I fill in on the bottom. I did not use more product. I find a little goes a long way. And then I just fill in the center and the front here. I try to just kind of follow the natural curve and shape of my brows. I really like the shape of my eyebrows for the most part. They're different, both of them, and I just go with that. Sometimes I'll try to shape them more if I'm doing a very specific thing, but just for every day, that's that. And then I take the spoolie and I sort of brush it out and maybe go back in if I see spots that look like they need it. Again, I have not added any more product. I very rarely do. Little goes a long way. All right. And then I've been using the Kosas gel just because it's easy. I don't know that it necessarily works the best or not. I have not found a brow gel that I love yet because I don't like the super plastered look, but also a lot of them don't hold. My brows naturally grow down, and so sometimes it's hard to get a brow gel to or to get them to stay up. I don't know. I just kind of do what I can. Anyways, just applying that all the way throughout and then shaping just into a natural but trying to keep them up rather than going down. So that is sort of the brow situation that I have been doing lately. I'm gonna do the other brow off camera. Okay, brows are done. And I'm gonna see, hopefully this will show up on camera. I wanted to show you the difference between, so this is the 2.5 pencil from Benefit. And I just wanna show you, here, where am I gonna put this? Let's do it right here on my hand. So this is what the pencil looks like in 2.5. And this is what the POWmade looks like. So pencil, POWmade. And I find that it's consistently, the pots are darker. So I just wanted to show you that. Just in case you wanted to switch from one to the other so that you knew I would go up or down, you know, a shade or two even. Cause yeah, it's quite a bit darker. Anyways, I learned that the hard way. I mean, the hard way. I just spent a little more money than I would have otherwise. Testing things out. Next up. So eyeshadow. I don't have a favorite palette at the moment at all. I have a million palettes, like literally, not literally, but I have a lot figuratively. I have a million palettes. And today I just wanted to play with this Sugar High palette from Menagerie. It's an indie brand that I really enjoy, and I remember really loving this palette when I first tried it, and I haven't used it in a long time. And so I just wanted to play with this today, do a really colorful look. I have no idea what, but I think I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. So, and I'm gonna do a shape that I pretty generally do, I think. That's flattering for me. And that will always be to start off in the crease. I'm gonna use this blue shade. I think I'm gonna do like blues, greens, and pinks today. Maybe purples. And we're gonna do the blue just in, you know, I'm gonna try to do this in my monitor so I don't have to hold a mirror. Wait, I have a mirror right here. Okay. I didn't really think about how I'm gonna deepen that up because this shade does not have particularly deep shades. Ooh, I'm gonna go out on a limb and try to use that. And with a small sort of rounded brush, and this is from Blend Bunny. And I'll say right now, my favorite brushes are my rougher brushes. I love them. Those and my Blend Bunny brushes. If you are newer to makeup and trying to figure out what brushes to use, I would highly recommend this Blend Bunny set. There are 5 brushes and I like all of them. They're fairly inexpensive. I believe they're all synthetic, and I think they work really well. So I do recommend those. All right, so let's just see what happens. I mean, blue and red should make purple, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. I think it's gonna be fun. And I'm actually going to take that blue shade again with that same brush, and I'm just gonna bring it all the way down to try to make that purple. Yeah, that is very cool, and I like it. All right, going back in with the red. All right, now I want to take this pinky shade right here. Oh, this palette is just so whimsy, and I love it for that. And I'm just gonna take that pink, place that in here. Perfect. And then taking this shade Yogurt Drop, and I'm gonna use that on my brow bone as just a brow bone highlight, I guess you could say. I might put some pink over top, but we'll see how it goes with just this matte color. Yeah, I think that's rather cute. Okay, and then for the, I think I'm going to use a highlighter in my inner corner for this. There's not really a shade I want to use in this palette. So I'm going to take this green shade and take my pinky, and I'm going to place that on the inner, like 2/3 of my lid, basically, until it meets that sort of fuchsia that I have created. Kind of got it in the inner corner. That was not intentional, but here we are. All right, and so on the bottom, I'm gonna take this pink shade again. I lied. I'm gonna take this purple shade, Yogurt Drop, and I'm just gonna put that all the way throughout my lower lash line. All right. And I think I'm gonna go over that with this shimmery pink shade. So I guess I did end up using both of them. And try to keep that kind of close. And then I'm gonna go into my inner corner with that. And I think that is the eye look that I'm going with. So let's see, do I want anything else added to that? I might take the blue up just a little bit. This shade here. Up a little higher into my brow. Just sort of so that you can see it a little more. And then likewise with the green. Ooh, that got a little flaky. I'm gonna bring that just up a little higher. Again, trying not to get it too far into that because those aren't gonna mix very well. They'll get a little bit muddy. In fact, I'm just gonna kind of go over everything a little bit. To deepen it all up, going into the pink again. And we're gonna add a little bit of that right here too for some shimmer and shine. All right, so that's the general eyeshadow situation that I'm working with today. I'm gonna do the other eye and I will be right back. Okay, eyeshadow's done. The next thing that I do, I always like to use a cream gel liner. Well, okay, there's a couple different pencils that I'll use, but generally I like to use the cream gel liners in my waterline. And I think for this look, I'm going to go with, I've been using this shade a lot. It's called, let's see, that's what it looks like. You can see I have gotten it dirty. This is called Crybaby, and it's just a really cool purple. And I just like to put that in my waterline like so. And I find that generally speaking, these work pretty well for this. All right, and then my all-time favorite liner, I like to fill in my lashes. They're kind of thick. I have there's a couple rows of them. And I like to deepen that up because otherwise you can see like this skin. I'll show you the difference after I put it on. Also, my favorite pencil sharpener is this Charlotte Tilbury one. I think it came with one of my, I don't know, maybe it was a separate thing. Anyways, this one works the best, and I like that it's enclosed so I can sharpen my pencil and then, you know, like while I'm filming, and then be able to just empty that out later. So this is the Pat McGrath PermaGel Xtreme Black, and this is my favorite black liner. And what I'll do is I'll tightline that. I'm going to try to do this in focus and on film. It's a little tough. And I just try to fill in my eyelashes, and that's it. With my eye shape, I don't like to do a ton of eyeliner. It's really just more to fill in my lashes. Okay, so that, you can't see, like on this side, you can see the skin there showing through, and it's actually even more obvious with mascara, but I need to do the eyeliner before the mascara, so I can't really show the results of that, but I'm hoping you can see the difference there. Okay, I'll do the other eye. All right, and then the next thing, I've been really enjoying contouring, and usually I will just use, there are two different stick contours that I'll use. I have this Fenty one and a West Bend Atelier. I think I like the color of the Fenty one a little bit better, but we're using that today. I think it's a little lighter in color, and I'm pretty fair, so that's part of it. This is also very, very cool color, cool toned contour. So here we go. It just kind of makes for a more dramatic look. And then high on the cheekbones, very far back. That one might have come out a little too far. And then I'll do this here. I don't even know if that really does much, but I do it because it's just kind of fun. I like playing with makeup. And then I will find sort of my cleanest brush. Although it does need to have a little bit of firmness. So actually I'm gonna start with this kind of more firm brush, and I'm just gonna start blending that out. I just kind of like the drama of it. I don't really feel like we need to, it's fun to be able to like shape your face in different ways. For my jawline, I use a little flat brush, just a little bigger. This is not particularly important, I don't think. And then for this, I always blend up. It's going to get below it anyway, so I always blend up and back. Sometimes I'll actually take a little bit of foundation, contour here. I don't really know that that's necessary, especially with my fringe. And I really don't bronze because of my fringe. I'm not particularly confused. I also have kind of a warmer complexion, so I don't feel the need to do it. I don't know. I just haven't been lately. My eyes are irritated because I did a 3 looks video and washed my face a lot yesterday. So they're a little mad at me, and that's where they water. It's right here. So all of that eyeshadow is going to be gone by the end of that video, and that's okay. That's life. All right, so I've actually been using foundation as like concealer. I haven't been liking using a lot of foundation lately, but I do like to cover up a little bit. And what I've been using is this Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish. And this is the shade Panna Cotta 130G. I find it's a really nice shade match. It dries very matte, which I like, but I like that it's a cream. And what I'll do is I'll take a clean, rather fluffy brush, actually. And I'll just kind of take some on the brush. And then I'll just sort of put that lightly where I feel like I need just a little bit of brightness. I have not been using primer lately because I haven't been wearing a lot of foundation. Sometimes I will, just because I do have some pores here, but I don't know. My skin has pores, you know? So I'm just sort of color correcting a little bit, putting it over blemishes. Going in, you know, maybe on my chin. A little mark there, a little mark there. Darkness there. I don't know. Just kind of lightly putting it where I want to brighten things up and where I feel like trying to keep you in focus here, or myself in focus rather. Sometimes I'll dab the foundation on and brush it out, but I don't know, this seems to be working fine. I haven't been putting it on my nose. Sometimes I will, but it almost just seems to kind of screw it up a little bit, so, or do more harm than good. I've been lucky. My skin has been really behaving for me lately. It hasn't been very mad or breaking out. I do have a video on why I think that is, and I'll link a card to that. But basically it has to do with also my age. I'm in my 40s now, so I don't break out as much. My hormones are, well, they're kind of crazy, but I'm digressing. All right. So now that that is done, I'm going to take this Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? Airbrush Flawless Finish. And this is the shade 1 Fair. And I'm just going to take the same powder brush actually that I used for my under eyes and just lightly sort of put that over where I set down everything. I guess I could use the Pat McGrath under my eyes, but I don't know. This works just as well. For this, I like this powder. I like the finish of it. I think it looks nice. Sometimes go in a little heavier right under my contour, and we can sort of brush that out later. Some people will do this with a sponge. Okay, so not a lot, just enough to set things. And we'll go in and sort of brush that out later. That's kind of a new thing. I saw Mr. Johnny Ross do that. And I've seen it before, you know, people baking. I'm not going to take the time to do that, but I could just put some powder there to sort of brighten that up. All right, so then now that my face is basically done, I'm going to do my lower lashes. I have a different mascara for my lower lashes and my upper lashes because of the brush. My eyes are pretty deep set, so it's hard to get in there, and so I need a really small brush, especially on the bottom. And this is the Benfit Roller Lash. Both of these mascaras also come in a mini. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big, and this is the Benfit Roller Lash, like I said. I'm going to do my lower lashes first, and I can't do this on camera, but what I have to do is, okay, maybe you can see what I'm doing, but I have to look up while I'm doing this. And I try to get just right at the baseline of my lashes because they're kind of long and I actually don't want the like spider web look or spider leg look. Oh, and I already am getting it right here. But yeah, it's really hard to get in there. But this particular wand is fairly small and works fairly well for this. Maybe you can even see this side a little better. Okay, that side went much better. Oh, I got some eyeliner that transferred down. Oh well, so it is. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry so that I can look down to put my mascara on my upper lashes. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna do lips, cheeks, and that. So lately, my go-to blushes have been the Pat McGrath blushes. I have quite a collection at this point. A couple of the duo ones and a few of the single colors. I think today I'm going to go with either Nymphette or one of the duos, which is called Aphrodite Amore. The Aphrodite Amore shows up pretty bright on the face and has a little bit of a peachy tone to it, which I like. Oh, you know, Odin's Eye would look good with this too. But I have been kind of tending to go for Pat McGrath lately, so I am going to do that today. So this is Nymphet, and it's got a little more shimmer to it, and this is Aphrodite Amore. And boy, I'm gonna go with Nymphet. I don't know. It's sort of a toss-up because I almost want more of a matte cheek. I actually think that I have an Oden's Eye blush that would be better for this, but... And that's the thing with blushes, I tend to reach for these, but I would say Oden's Eye is a very close second. I don't know. I like a lot of my blushes. That's one that I do switch around a lot with the colors. Same with lips and eyes. Oh yeah, I think that'll work today. I think that these look really nice on the skin, and they're just really easy and they blend out well. And then, I don't know, put a little down the side of the nose. Why not? Just with that leftover, a little more on the top of the cheek. Okay. And now I'm gonna go in with lips, and usually I'll just kind of wipe the excess off from that lip gloss because it does kind of tend to stay, but I don't want my lip liner sticking or sliding around too much, so I'm just gonna do that. Wipe it on a towel. Gotta always have a towel with me. And oh man, I use all kinds of different lips. However, I do feel like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona sort of win out with the lips very often. And lately I've been using the Daphne I Need a Rose lip kit. At least I like the pencil and the lipstick a lot. I'll show you the light or the gloss after. But yeah, I've been enjoying these. It's pretty just flattering. It tends to go with a lot of different looks. I liked the Daphne color a lot better than the Peony for me, and I have a warm undertone. Slightly warm. I tend to sort of use my lip liner to put color all over my lips and then go in with the lipstick after. Again, it's I Need a Rose in Daphne. I just love this lipstick and this shade. I will say it does wear off pretty quickly. It's not as super stay as some, but I do like the color a lot. And I don't mind the smell very much. I'm pretty sensitive to smells, and that one is not too cloying. It's not too bad. So next, going in with, I love my Pat McGrath lip glosses. I love them. I love them so much. This particular one is called Sunset Rose. I have a bunch. I love them all. I love these lip glosses. They also have a scent to them. I tend to not be bothered by it. Yeah. There we go. Cute. Yeah. I think it's pretty flattering. It just kind of works. And yeah, I think it's just mascara now. Is that right? That is right. So now that the bottom lashes are dry, I'm actually going to take, I love this tool. I think I got it at Ulta. It's from It Cosmetics. And there's this like comb. I got to be very careful, but it helps to sort of fix when the mascara clumps up a little. It just helps to sort of move things around in ways that I want and get the clumps out. Those bottom lashes can be very extra. I shouldn't complain. I'm not complaining. I like my lashes, but no, I like my lashes. I'm gonna leave that statement at that. Oh, okay, highlighter. I will do that. But first, I am gonna do mascara, and I have to look down for this one. Oop, whoa. So, my head is tilted back so I can look down so that I'm not getting mascara on my hoods, on my eyes. Okay, gotta do this off camera, but that's the general idea. Okay, and I do not, ooh, hello hair. I do not have a favorite highlighter. I find that I use all kinds of different highlighters depending on the look. And I will say lately, this Odin's Eye for colorful looks. So this is a pretty colorful look. And with colorful looks, I've been using this Odin's Eye Soul Moon Moonlight Feel highlighter in Pink Star. It has this sort of like pink to gold. Oh, I can't open it. Why can't I open this? What's happening? Oh, okay, wrong side. So it's kind of got a yellow to pink duochrome. Okay, why can't I see the pink when I show you? Or it's like almost like a pinky peach. There we go. See the pink there? Anyways, here. And it ends up looking kind of, there we go, like pink, but it's got that like kind of gold, yellowy green shift to it. I don't know, it's just really unique. And I'm hoping it doesn't clash too much with the green on my eyes, but hopefully it's gonna look amazing. Let's try. I maybe should do something a little more subtle, but we're gonna try. We're just gonna see. I usually go pretty high and pretty far back with my highlighter. I'm trying to go a little subtle. Well, why? Why would I do that? I'm gonna go for it. I don't know. I've been liking this one lately. Oh, I just got a new highlighter. I guess that's not what this video is about, but I have a highlighter I haven't tried yet. I don't want to go too ham. But it's fun. I like highlighter. All right, and then I am going to, I think that pink is fine for the inner corner. I'm not even gonna use a highlighter for that. So therefore, folks, this is the final look for today. My sort of full face of favorites, just my routine lately when I've been doing my makeup. I've been really liking it, kind of less face makeup, and I have been doing a lot of color lately. Okay, lately, I like color. I love doing neutral looks and I feel very pretty, but it's just, I don't know, I've been enjoying the brightness of the colorful looks lately. So that's my video for today. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Again, I hope you're all having a great 2023 so far. If you did like this video, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you to all of my subscribers. You're so sweet. I love your sweet comments. Some of you will just leave a heart on my videos letting me know that you're, supporting my channel, and I appreciate it so much. And thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.